summery day today. We're climbing well into the 80s. It's going to be muggy, and we'll be keeping an eye out for some storms later on today. They're going to fire up as early as about 2 p.m. in western Massachusetts. Temperatures right now are in the 60s out the door. 65 in Boston, 66 in Hyannis right now, lower 60s from Worcester to Manchester to Lawrence, and the dew point's in the lower 60s as well. So it's a little bit muggy. It's not overly oppressive, but that mugginess is going to be with us through the day today. The dew point's going to climb up a bit as we head into the afternoon. Satellite shows some low clouds in place this morning, but no wet weather to worry about for the morning commute. In fact, some low clouds may fill in between now and the time late morning is done, but there'll be some sunshine in between. So a mainly sunny first half of the day. And then as we head into the afternoon, 2 to 4 p.m. scattered storms develop from west to east. Notice the map at 4:30. Obviously, don't focus on the exact placement, but the overall trend. Scattered storms develop. These will push through Metro West and Boston during the evening commute. 6:30, here's the map. They will be pushing through the South Shore and should weaken as they come into southeastern Massachusetts here through the 6 to 8 p.m. time frame. Clearing comes in after that. So eye to the sky, especially 2 to 7 p.m. North and west of Boston, the greatest risk of severe storms. And in terms of impacts, the heavy downpours are a high risk. Damaging wind gusts, that's a threat today. It's a lower risk for large hail and any rotation in storms that we'll be monitoring through the course of the afternoon as well. Hurricane Dorian, latest update from the National Hurricane Center, has kept it at a Category 2 storm. 105-mile-per-hour winds sitting about 80 miles east of Daytona Beach right now. The outer bands of Dorian are impacting all the way into central Florida. They've had tropical storm force gusts along the coastline, and the motion of Dorian is to the north-northwest at 8 miles per hour. Along this track, it brings Dorian and skirts the Outer Banks later on tomorrow and passes south and east of New England by the time we get to Friday night into early Saturday morning. We are out of the cone of uncertainty, but nonetheless, Dorian does make a close enough pass that we are going to feel some impacts here in New England. In fact, as early as tomorrow, some of the high, thin clouds way ahead of Dorian, obviously, are going to impact the region. So it's going to be a dry day, but you'll notice some of those cirrus clouds from time to time. Friday, those clouds will thicken up. Some showers and downpours may arrive Friday night on Cape Cod and the islands especially. We'll see how far northwest that rain shield can come. Obviously, the heaviest rain is going to stay offshore Friday night into early on Saturday morning. Forecast wave heights going to be a concern as well as Dorian tracks up the coastline. The deeper purples and reds here, 20 to 30-foot seas. There's going to be a big surge along the Outer Banks. And then here in southern New England, the highest wave heights will be along the south coast of Cape Cod, especially the Vineyard and Nantucket, obviously closest to the storm center. Our marine community obviously paying close attention to this as the seas are going to build very rapidly to the 20 to 30-foot seas, even higher offshore. Wind forecast, tropical storm force winds all the way from Daytona Beach today to Charleston, Myrtle Beach, perhaps hurricane force winds on the Outer Banks as we head into later on tomorrow and tomorrow night. These are the forecast wind gusts Saturday morning, so there may be some tropical storm force gusts that impact the outer Cape and Nantucket. Tropical storm force would be 39 miles per hour or greater. It would be a brief window of that, so nothing substantial in terms of damaging wind, but we'll watch the impacts. The greatest risk is going to be for high surf and rip currents here through the end of the week. Saturday, the skies clear out, though. It'll be a little bit on the cooler side. Sunday looks beautiful, and the start of next week looks great, too, with sunshine, highs in the low 70s. Brianna?